We're going to do a compression test here quick. See if that tells us anything. So here's my Pittsburgh compression test kit. Got all these different adapters, so this should be pretty simple. So now would be a good time to leave a comment on what the minimum compression should be on this thing. You know, will it fire at 100 psi? Will that make it combust and push the piston back down? Will it burn at 80? All right, something's not tight here. That gauge isn't moving yet. Well, the needle's off the pin. And there goes, all the pieces are out. That's what I get for leaving it sit there like that. All right, so there you can see, that's how much compression this thing actually has. It's barely off the pin. Well, let's let the pressure out, see if it goes back down here. Yeah, so maybe 15, 12 psi is what this thing's measuring. Remember I said it almost seemed like it didn't have a lot of compression, and according to this it has almost none. Because when I pulled it slow, it just didn't feel like it was going to rock backwards. You know, I don't know the exact number that the compression should measure. But I do remember a long time ago, I looked it up in a book for an engine real similar to that. And what the book said was, when you pull the rope out, there should be enough compression that the engine rocks backwards on the compression stroke. So that's been my general rule. If it's going to rock the engine backwards, it's probably enough for it to start. And like I said, I've seen engines run with pretty low compression. They don't make any power, but they still make the fuel go bang and make it start. And this one's not really doing that. Okay, so now I just want to verify that this compression tester does actually work, because I don't remember the last time I even used it. So on the engine on that Sears tractor, we got about 12 or 15 psi. Now I know this snowblower has a compression release, you know, most of them do. And I think this is it says 8 horsepower. I'm going to pull this a few times, we'll see where it goes. So after about 4 pulls, it's up at 80 psi. It may go a little bit higher, but like I said, I'm pretty sure this has a compression release. So this I can get 80 psi out of. The tractor engine, less than 15. So that definitely has a problem. This gauge is definitely working. You know, maybe it's not 1000% accurate, but 80 is a lot more than 15. So we're going to go with, there's internal problems on that engine, on the tractor. And maybe they were troubleshooting that by replacing the carburetor. So I guess we're going to start out with a little surgery right off the top. Might have a blown head gasket, but it didn't really sound like it. It didn't really sound like it had bad valves either. It just doesn't have any compression. Yeah, it don't have a whole lot. So we're going to wrap it up here for this video. Leave a comment what you think the actual problem is. I've already seen on a snowblower engine where the wrist pin slid over to the edge of the piston and wore a nice groove in the side of the cylinder. You were able to get it to start, but it sounded horrible and made no power. Sounded horrible. You could hear air coming out somewhere. You know, it was losing all the compression. But it would still fire up. This won't even try to fire up. It may not have enough vacuum to even pull the fuel in there. But it definitely seems like it won't burn because it don't have enough compression. So hit subscribe so you can follow along. We're definitely going to give it everything we got to get this thing started. And you know, I do have some other engines sitting around here I could put in this. Sometime this summer, I'll probably be driving this around. We have a local antique tractor show that I may be able to take this to if I'm not busy. So hit like and subscribe. We'll catch you in the next video.